Kinnock.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This assault on democracy represents not only a clear breach of the Basic Law and the Joint Declaration, it also confirms that the Chinese government and the Hong Kong executive are committed to the removal of dissenting voices from the democratic process and to the repression of the rights of the people of Hong Kong. The Labour Party stands in solidarity with the 4 pro-democracy representatives who've been removed from the Legislative Council and with the 15 additional opposition members who have resigned in protest. Their departure leaves Hong Kong without an opposition in the legislature, removing one of the vital checks on the Hong Kong executive and effectively denying the people of Hong Kong the right to choose their own representatives. Mr. Speaker, we on these benches welcomed the government's recent announcement regarding BNO passport holders, but it would be unacceptable for the UK government to now conclude that it has done all it can for the people of Hong Kong. With this in mind, I asked the Minister the following questions. First, does he agree that the British government is legally obliged through the Joint Declaration to defend human rights in Hong Kong, and that failure to do so to the utmost of its abilities would put the UK in default of its treaty obligations? Second, when will we see details of what the UK government is offering by way of support to Hong Kongers born after 1997? Third, will senior Hong Kong executive officials now be added to the Magnitsky list? The Minister has been asked this question many, many times, and he has consistently declined to give a definitive answer. Who in government is holding this up? And fourth, the Foreign Secretary has rightly condemned the likes of HSBC and Standard Chartered Bank for their stance on Hong Kong. But could the Minister please update the House on what action has actually been taken against these 2 banks, if any? Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I thank the opposition spokesman for his questions. On sanctions, he will be fully aware that it is not appropriate to speculate on who exactly will come under the radar of our new sanctions regime. We are considering further designations constantly. In terms of HSB and Standard Chartered in Hong Kong, I've actually had conversations previously with HSB. Very happy to have further ones, and I'm more than happy to write to him on that particular issue. And again, as I offered to the honourable lady, the Liberal Democrat spokesman, our door is always open. And I would say I do think our offer to British national overseas to have a pathway to citizenship in the UK is compelling and compassionate. And as I referred to in my previous answer, the existing youth mobility scheme is open to people in Hong Kong aged between 18 and 30. But I'm, as I say, more than happy to flesh this out with the honourable gentleman when he's next in the chamber or in London.